To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you for healing everyone present here right now with your miraculous healing energy. I humbly request to assign angels of love, of compassion, of forgiveness, and healing to all participants present here right now, so that we can be blessed with love and with forgiveness, and so that we can be deeply and permanently healed. To the angels, thank you for your love, divine guidance, and protection. Thank you for helping us release all our negativity. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it. All right, so today we will discuss what are some of the most common prosperity blocks that we might be carrying, where they come from, and how we can sort of unblock them through forgiveness. So, number one is, we end up holding a lot of negative beliefs about money. Maybe that money is only for the extremely wealthy, or only if you work hard, you can earn money, or only if you're really intelligent or smart, you can earn money, or only if you have access to the right people, the right network, then money is easy for you. All these beliefs are fed into us since we're very young. Like people tell us, money doesn't grow on trees, right? मतलब पैसा कमाना कोई आसान काम नहीं है. जब बचपन से ही ये सुना है, तो how is that belief going to change now, right? Unless you put a conscious effort to let those beliefs go, they're always going to follow you around. So these beliefs, they also come from what we've seen around us. Maybe we saw our parents spend their entire working life living in debt. Maybe we saw our family losing inheritance due to some family dispute. Maybe all we've seen is that only hard work gets rewarded, like going to office every day in a 9 to 5 job, never taking a leave of absence, working overtime, stretching ourselves in order to lead a comfortable life. So we think that that's the norm, that all of this is going to apply to us as well. हमारे पेरेंट्स ने किया तो मतलब हमें भी वही करना पड़ेगा. तो वो मूवी थी एक, जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा, अगर आपको याद होगा, उसमें ऋतिक रोशन बोलता है, मेरे पापा गुजर गए एंड मेरी माँ के लिए बहुत सारा कर्जा छोड़ के गए. बहुत अर्ली एज में मैंने समझ लिया था कि ये दुनिया सिर्फ पैसों और पैसों से चलती है. तो just like that, we are seeing it in movies also, how these negative beliefs shape our whole identity and our whole thought process around money. So just like that, these beliefs are set in our minds since we are young. And then it defines how we think about money, wealth, and prosperity. But what we fail to understand is that we make our own rules, right? That we don't need to be followers of what maybe we have seen around us when we were young, and that we are here to make our own experiences, our own judgments, our own sort of relationship with money. We can have different definitions of how wealth and abundance can come to us. So through forgiveness towards ourselves and our family members, we can release any sort of such beliefs that we are still holding on to. Another way why we might be having a block is maybe sometimes we are actually fearful of success, because we've seen how when other people are successful, they tend to be judged. We've seen how they have more responsibility towards handling their wealth, or maybe towards society, or maybe all the other employees in their company, and how suddenly becoming successful puts you in the limelight. And subconsciously somewhere we may fear that, hey, what if I'm in the limelight, if I have more responsibility, then I won't be capable enough to handle success, or there'll be too much pressure. What if I'm successful and then I fail? And we have to always meet that expectation ki if once we are successful, we have to always be successful. So failure doesn't become an option anymore, right? All these are thoughts that go on consciously and subconsciously. So fear of failure is actually what needs to be healed over here. And so when we do the forgiveness prayer today, we'll practice how we can release these kind of negative thoughts that we might be having towards success. Then next can be maybe we have resentment or grudges towards someone. Say if somebody cheated with you in business or in work, you now have very little trust on people who you work with. But just because it happened once doesn't mean that it will happen again. All people are not the same. No point holding negative feelings towards someone. It will block your own prosperity flow, your own positive flow, because that negative energy will start accumulating in your own chakras. It'll block your own determination, your willpower, and your belief around earning money. Now, sometimes what may happen is completely opposite also, like paradoxical situation when we are looking for abundance of money, but actually in our minds we are thinking that there is only a limited amount of money that is going around in the world, and the only people who have access to that are the very rich people. Us normal middle class people, we will never have access to that. Like, how can I ever get access to maybe a private jet or something, right? Like, we think it is so inaccessible that these kind of luxuries are only for the very reserved few. So if we have such thoughts, I mean, I'm giving a very, like, extreme example, but you get my point, right? If we have such thoughts, then how will we ever attract that abundance in our life? In order to attract wealth, in order to attract wealth abundantly, we have to first know that wealth is available abundantly, that there's not just a small restricted amount of wealth only for a few limited people. We have to believe that there is plenty that will flow our way, and it will. If we believe that, it will, right? So these are just some mindset shifts that need to be worked on. But besides these mindset shifts, there are also um, a big role of karma that we have around money as well. Maybe somebody betrayed you at work or somebody stole from you. It's likely that you're going through the same thing that you may have done to somebody else in a different lifetime, or maybe in this lifetime, unconsciously, you might have done it, right? So I'll give you a small example that happened with me. I once worked with a client, but just because this client wasn't from my country and came from, Western country, Europe, or somewhere there, I thought of, well, okay, they don't really know the rules here. Let me add on these few small costs, which I normally wouldn't for any of my local clients, because I know that they cannot afford it. And I'll try to make some little bit of extra money on this project, or I'll at least be able to cover some extra cost on this project, right? So when you're in business, you have to think about things like that, right? You want to cut your expenses as much as possible. And I didn't see any direct effects of this on my client immediately, but that extra money I charged them every month, it kept adding up. Eventually their business wasn't doing so well, obviously not because of me, but because of whatever market conditions and such, they had to start cutting costs. And who did they first cut out from their monthly expenses? Me, because I was one of their most expensive vendors. Now, what I did here, even though technically it wasn't really cheating, but I had a bit of a hesitation while charging that amount. I was like, skeptical. Should I not? I don't usually do it for my locals. Should I really do it for them? In my head, it felt like a bit of an unethical thing to do. And I wasn't guilty of it until I started to get impacted by it. So unintentionally, if I'm hurting someone and it's impacting them somehow, even if indirectly, I need to ask for forgiveness. Ultimately, even I'm learning from this experience. Till the time it didn't impact my business, I was fine. I knew I was doing something that didn't feel right, but I was making money, so it was okay. But once that stopped, that's when I realized that it's my own karma that's coming back to me now. And if I don't work on forgiveness and try to neutralize my karma, my own prosperity and growth will be blocked. And one more very important thing here, negative karma will only be created if I feel guilty of it. If I feel guilty of doing something. In this case, it was feeling guilty of earning money that's not mine. Now, that's a negative belief I have around what kind of money belongs to me. Only the money that I have worked for, where I have put in my own efforts, my own labor, belongs to me. But a subscription fee for some other tools that I have charged the client, that I didn't work for. So it doesn't belong to me. And so, had I not felt guilty about that, I wouldn't have created any negative karma in the first place. I would have just been my usual happy go lucky that, yeah, I earned some extra bucks, which I usually wouldn't from any local client. I'm so grateful I got an overseas client. That's how I would have reacted had I not felt that little bit of guilt. So negative karma is very connected to the negative beliefs, right? You see how they work together and how they are sort of like, shaping our belief systems and also shaping up how people react around us. So even if this is a small example, think of these kind of small actions that you've taken around money. All of them have an impact on you in one way or the other. And all are stemming from some sort of negative belief that stops us from moving forward towards abundance, right? Then another thing that is very important to understand here is that whatever happens in our life, whatever challenge we face, we are meant to go through it, either because of the karma that we've created or because there is a particular lesson here that our soul has come here to learn from that challenge. So, whether it was betrayal at work, whether it was losing your inheritance or not being promoted or having lots of debts or anything else, you were meant to go through it. In fact, you chose to go through it. And just like how you were meant to go through something, somebody else was playing the role of bringing that challenge to you up also, whether it was your boss, client, family member, whoever it may be who maybe cheated on you or given you any sort of trouble in your relation towards your finances, they have their own karma playing out for them. So don't worry about that. Don't lose yourself in that spiral of anger or revenge of any form कि उसने मेरे साथ ये किया तो like ऐसे कैसे मैं कैसे चुप रहूं मेरे को भी कुछ आगे करना पड़ेगा. What's important is that have you learned your lesson through that challenge, right? So in that example, I learned my lesson. I understood that, okay, I've done something wrong. I need to ask for forgiveness. It's also my guilt that I need to work on healing. So what is your challenge? What is your lesson that you have come here to learn from whatever financial challenges that you're facing today? And when you have that understanding that we have all come here to simply learn our lessons, then it becomes very easy to forgive that other soul who caused you that hurt and pain, because they're just bringing that challenge to you. That's all. That's just the role that they're playing in your life. Just like how I am in this journey, this other person is also on their own journey, right? So today I want you to close your eyes and visualize who are these people who might have hurt us along the way. Let's forgive them. And who are these people who maybe you have hurt along the way? Intentionally, unintentionally, consciously, unconsciously, this lifetime, any other lifetime, doesn't matter. All right. So just close your eyes and visualize all of these different souls in front of you. And also become aware of your financial condition today. Any debts, any loans, any income, expenses, whatever these problems may be. And surrender all of them to the universe. Visualize any higher power in front of you, whoever you believe in. They're always there to guide us, us, to bless our lives with prosperity and abundance, to remove any obstacles in our path, to heal us. May these higher beings bless us with prosperity and with abundance. Let us purify our negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative beliefs, negative karma towards money and our finances. Visualize a bright white light in front of you. And very humbly visualize that this is the white light coming from the souls who maybe have financially hurt us, or maybe we have hurt them, whether it was in this lifetime or any other lifetime. And there might be many souls that are connected to you like this. Just visualize all of these souls and gently say Atma Namaste to each and every soul present here. Every soul that's connected to me through all of my incarnations. I, the soul, humbly salute the divinity within you. We're all children of God and we all make mistakes. I forgive you for all the financial hurt and pain that you have ever given me in this incarnation or any past incarnations. I forgive you, even though you may have cheated on me, caused me any losses, hurt me or my family, whether you may have hurt me for my business or for my money, for property, any asset. Maybe it's just your decisions that have caused me financial losses. No matter what, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. You are completely forgiven. Go in peace. Go in peace. Go in peace. Now we ask for forgiveness to the same souls. Visualize them in front of you again. Please forgive me for my mistakes. Please forgive me for the hurt and pain that I may have caused you. Forgive me if I have caused you any kind of financial losses, any business problems, if I have stolen from you, if I have hurt your money, your properties, your business. I am truly, deeply, and sincerely sorry. Forgive me for all my mistakes of this incarnations or any other incarnation. I also forgive myself for any past financial missteps, decisions, or setbacks, knowing that each experience has been a stepping stone on my path to abundance. I release all fears, all doubts, any limitations surrounding my financial well-being. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I, the soul, I have learned my lessons and I do not wish to harm anybody with money or prosperity or their finances. I do not wish to hold any negative beliefs around money. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. May the Supreme God bless us all with love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. May the Supreme God neutralize all our negative karma. May peace be with you. May peace be with me. Om Shanti. Shanti. Om. May all negative cords connected to me be cut, cut, cut. Now, see yourself as a soul and just think about what are those negative beliefs around money that you might be holding on to. Let's forgive ourselves for holding on to such beliefs. So just visualize yourself as a soul and say, Atma Namaste. I, the soul, humbly salute the divine presence in you. We're all children of God and we all make mistakes. Even I have made mistakes. We're all evolving, growing, and evolution takes time, process, and a lot of mistakes along the way. I forgive myself for all my mistakes. I forgive myself for all the negative beliefs I've held on to around money, around wealth, prosperity, and abundance. I forgive myself for feeling a lack of money, for holding on to any negative belief around money, for having any fear around money, for the fear of being judged, for fear of being successful, fear of failing, fear of being cheated. I forgive and I release. I forgive myself for having any guilt around earning money. I forgive myself for my past thoughts, my words, and actions that may have hurt anybody. I forgive myself for any missteps, any hurt or pain I may have caused to others due to cheating, financial losses, business problems that may have occurred to others because of me. I also forgive those who have influenced me in any negative way in the past. I forgive myself for any of my shortcomings, any of my inadequacies, my self-criticism, my mistakes along my journey. I let go of my past beliefs. May the Supreme God bless me with divine forgiveness. May the Supreme God neutralize all my negative karma. May peace be with me. May peace be with me. Atma Namaste. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you for healing everyone present here right now with your miraculous healing energy. To the angels, thank you for your love, divine guidance, and protection. Thank you for helping us release all our negativity today. Thank you for helping us forgive. Thank you for helping us forgive. In full faith, So be it. So be it. So be it. May all negative cords connected to me be cut, cut, cut. All right, you may slowly open your eyes with a big smile. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Regularly. This was the third day, and we did forgiveness on prosperity. Now, our sincere request to each and every one of you to please motivate other people to join these sessions. There are hardly 4 days left for the sessions, and we have a space where more 70, 80 people can easily join in these sessions. I appreciate everyone's support to help other souls to join this session. Thank you, and we will be seeing you tomorrow at 9 sharp. The topic for tomorrow would be Ritika.
Health. We're going to be doing health tomorrow.
Wow. So, yes, tomorrow we'll be doing health. So, please make sure. And the group in which you are right now, the forgiveness group, you can add people over there. We have a given option to add people in that group. But if you are adding anyone, you make sure that they are joining in the session. Do not add them for the sake of adding. Make sure that they join in the sessions. Yes. So thank you everyone, and we meet tomorrow at 9 sharp.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow.